Brooklyn fragrance lover. Brooklyn fragrance lover. Brooklyn fragrance lover.
Hey, Carlos.
What's going on, Steven?
Come on in and
Sounds
join
good.
me.
Can I join you? That'd be
Please. Brooklyn fragrance lover in the house.
awesome. Mr. Euphorium Brooklyn in the house here, too.
I got this Indonesian Sundanese little gamelan melody. Do you want to try and jam it out with me?
Why not?
Oh, that's sweet. But we're in Brooklyn.
Yes.
You're the Brooklyn fragrance lover.
That would be me.
Wouldn't it be great if we had some Brooklyn beats, like
That
maybe a
would be- that-
Woo
that would be
World
pretty
Radio,
awesome.
massive
Yeah,
DJ FTL
That would.
is in the house.
Very nice.
So I've got this new fragrance coming
Yes.
out next week that is inspired by these Indonesian melodies that we're playing
Hence
now.
the Indonesian music.
And Usar, the name of the perfume, is the Indonesian word for vetiver in the little area of Java where it's harvested. And I would love to get to see what you think.
That's very bright. Initially, I put it on before. It goes a little smoky on me. It has that definitely green, smoky aspect about it. I'm not a big Vetiver fan. I always say that in most of my videos. I could see liking this.
Well, the brightness that I wanted to start with, there's a special kind of like kefir lime that comes from Java called jeruk nipis, and that's what they use to make a really standard lemonade or limeade. So it's like this refreshing, bright green smell. I wanted to reference what Indonesians call jahe, which is ginger, fresh ginger. The perfumer in the Euphorium Brooklyn story that you attributed this to is a guy, an Indonesian guy, and this perfume is in some ways a homesick reminiscence of all these sights and smells of Indonesia. So there's a bright lime and ginger, clove cigarettes. The smoky clove note is a spicy note that comes in. There's a beautiful Indonesian word, kayu manis, which translates into sweet wood. It's their word for cinnamon. Sweet wood, kayu manis. From there, we get into these darker bass notes of the vetiver and an Indonesian agarwood, a peppery, soft agarwood idea.
It's not a funky oud. It's rather tame because I don't like funky ouds.
Yeah.
And I know some fragrances that you've made can
darker.
they hit you in the face. This is a little different than what I'm used to. Of the first things that I tried from you in the beginning, this is a little smoother.
Okay, and what's interesting, if anybody out there has tried our original launch of Usar, which was released in an oil.
This is a remix, by the way.
This is our relaunch, and there's two important things going on. One, this is a perfumer's alcohol version, so we can spray it. And
Previously was an oil.
previously it was an oil, and I took this as an opportunity to make the same fragrance expression as in the original Usar, but I wanted to make it a little softer, a little more sophisticated, so it doesn't start out quite as hard and aggressively bright as it did before. And in the end of the day, exactly what you noticed, the agarwood, there's no barnyard vibe. It's more like the agarwood is almost like a woody, cedar, peppery, quiet agar. It starts off, in my mind, it starts off being a little tempered by the clove and the spices, and then it ends being tempered by all the sweet balsams, the benzoin and cassia, make it a little more gourmandy, a little sweeter. And what do you think about the spices in the mix here? Because it's
I think they're well balanced. Clove is one of those notes that can really, I don't know, it's just like it sometimes cuts through all the notes. You balance things nicely here. You know, I get that zest in the beginning, that I get the smokiness, but not too much, and I get the green and the ginger. So I like it.
Oh, in my story, it's this homesick perfumer, and in some ways, I'm the homesick perfumer. I lived in Indonesia for 5 years, and in this region that I'm writing about and referencing in the scent, it's hot, it's humid, it's inescapable, and there's incense from the temple, and there's burning clove cigarettes, and spicy meat with dishes, rice, and it's, you get a heavy fragrances meet with this hot, humid weather, which is,
I was going to point out to you that I could see this blooming in the heat. Like, you know, just giving off a nice scent cloud when it's hot.
crackle.
Yeah. I don't like vetiver. This is nice. There are some vetivers that are very grassy. This one I find to be very on the smoky side.
It's so what I'm using is in the green grassy vetiver, which I think is the most common employment of vetiver in fragrance. Is
Vetiver? Is that how you say it?
I say it,
Okay.
but
I don't know. I've been saying vetiver all these years, so vetiver.
Vetiver. It's Haitian vetiver, and so I'm using in this accord, and I really wanted to focus on Java vetiver, and they're very, very different, and it's interesting why. In Java, the word for vetiver, in the area where it's been harvested for thousands of years for fragrant materials, it's called Usar in the Sundanese language. And because there's a rich cultural tradition of little villages harvesting, setting up their own really small, low-tech stills, it's imperfect. And sometimes in the dry season, the vetiver gets burned a little bit as it's distilling because there's less moisture in the root than there is in wet season. So it gets this phenolic, slightly burny smell. Something else is that they burn it in these really simple, old, almost like medieval technology iron cauldrons.
Wow.
And the vetiver oil leaches a little bit of red color. So oftentimes Indonesian Java vetiver is this dark red color.
But I like it on my skin, so there. I like it.
Yay.
So this is out in the stores already?
This is going to be coming out in next week sometime. We will definitely launch it. All of our fragrances are sold exclusively at Twisted Lily, online and here in Brooklyn. So they will definitely be making an announcement when it's available. And with our alcohol decants are coming out in a 50 ml atomizer spray and like a gold sprayer and a 30 ml pump spray.
Okay, great.
Options. So.
It's nice to offer different sizes because, you know, like somebody like me who has over 200 bottles and 600 decants, you know, you just don't need 50 ml of anything, really.
Sure.
You know, I have fragrance that's gonna, outlast me.
We also want to provide a lot of options for use in that we give you 3 different caps. When you buy one 50 ml bottle, you get a screw cap for permanent storage, completely airtight safe. You get another spray pump cap if you're worried about any air getting into, you expect it to be lasting for a long, long time, like years. It's more airtight and it's great for travel. The bulb atomizer is you can really control the application, and of course it looks beautiful. What do you think? I think this is still very unisex, but I did want to make it a little bit lighter and a little bit more sophisticated and softer than our first
I don't think it's uber masculine or uber feminine. I think this could definitely go for either. This is Steven Dirkes from Euphorium Brooklyn. It's the name of the company. We didn't say that at the beginning of the video, but Euphorium Brooklyn is his line. You have how many fragrances?
This is, we have 7 fragrances out now.
I love Chocolatio.
That was our last one that came out, of the sort of Aztec spice cocoa accord, spice chocolate. And like we talked a little bit, there's with the Euphorium Brooklyn world, it's an elaborate fictional story. So if you have a minute and like a silly story, check out euphoriumbrooklyn.com, and we have lots of images and text and videos that tell the story of our perfumes, our perfumers, and we try to give a lot of information about the history of the perfumery materials we use, like vetiver and benzoin. And
I love benzoin.
Me too.
That's one of my favorite notes.
All the materials are really specifically attached to Indonesia. So there's the longest history of harvesting benzoin is from Sumatra island in Indonesia. And in Sumatra, they call benzoin hajimon.
I love when I do these interviews and I learn things.
What we're so happy to announce now in this video with Carlos is a small giveaway of our 8 ml decant of Usar so that you can check it out and get weigh in on the matter.
Awesome.
And you'll have info on the giveaway on your channel.
Yeah, all you have to do is the usual, like, subscribe to Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, like and share this video. Do you have a Facebook page?
Yeah, Facebook.
Like his Euphorium Brooklyn Facebook page, then leave one comment down below with what you found most interesting about this interview. Thank you, sir.
Cheers. We jam it out?
Peach.
FTL, you want to take us out?
Until next time, everybody, take care.
Brooklyn fragrance lover.